Hi, I'm Flavia and welcome to the Scoop Talks to Students. Today we're going to be hitting the SU building and we're going to be talking to some students about the potential strikes at the end of this month. We're going to be asking students about how the strikes have affected their learning experience so far and what their personal views are on the continued strikes. So come with us and let's find out what students think.
I wasn't aware of any strikes that were happening yet.
But I didn't know that they were happening again, potentially.
I was aware of it as one of my lecturers is involved in organising it, and he'd mentioned it to us, but he said it wasn't 100% set yet. So, yeah.
I had no idea.
I understand why lecturers would be striking, why they need it, but if they could go about it in a less disruptive way for the students, it would be a bit better.
Yeah, I agree. I completely understand the factors behind it, but because we've already had, 2 years online
very
COVID
disrupted, yeah.
and everything like that, COVID regulations, I think there could be a better way to go around it rather than sort of impacting us.
Obviously, it puts us at a bit of a disadvantage, but they obviously have a good reason to be striking, so I would agree with it, yeah.
Well, I see it maybe in two perspectives. So first of all, I think, as a student and as an international student coming all the way to Queens, you think, how is this going to affect me? Am I going to have access to my teachers? Will I have class? But then on the other hand, strikes happen for a reason. And if this is going to improve their retribution, and is it, I don't know, right now it's really difficult in the UK, especially because of the inflation, the increase in prices. So if this is gonna positively impact the lives of the teachers, it might be worth.
I am, yes, in favour for the strikes, but I'm not about how they go about it sometimes.
Yeah, I'm in favour for the concept of it, but not the actual action of it.
It's better
Makes
wording.
sense.
All my lectures were online recorded anyway, but it was a disrupted year anyway, so the strikes didn't add much to it, but maybe it was different for you doing something more in person.
Yeah, because a lot of mine was actually still in person from COVID. There was a lot of sort of lectures not being there and everything because of the strikes. Some lecturers took it upon themselves to sort of record a lecture and send it on to us, but there was some that just completely left it, so we were a week without sort of our course.
Well, it's been every year since I've been in uni that they've striked at this time as well, so it's been kind of frustrating with modules, just with different teachers and things, and not really knowing what's going on or when you're in or what's happening.
Yeah. Thankfully, in the past when it's happened, whenever I'm doing modules and stuff, my lecturers a lot of the time have still chosen to come in just because they still want to teach us the content. But I know friends in the same course but doing different modules, it has affected them a lot, to the point where it was really causing a lot of stress. It was all anyone could talk about during the time that they were happening.
I think obviously it's an inconvenience for us, but then again they need to fight for their rights and they should be having fair pay and fair treatment. So I support them in doing that.
Yeah, I do agree with why they're doing them, and you have to think of if you're in their position, would you? But it is just kind of frustrating, and there's not as much support as there could be for us for going through it, and it's quite anxiety inducing to know that there's going to be strikes and you're not knowing what's going on.
It's quite early in the year, so at this point of time it's alright. If another strike happened during exam season, it probably would leave us in a disadvantaged position. By this time of year it's alright. Obviously I'd rather be in class for those 3 days, but if it's for a good cause then it's alright.
Yeah, it's one of those grey areas, yes, agree with the principal, but it's just the consequences and how it affects students, so it's kind of uh-oh. But yeah, no, the principal is 100% agreeing with.
I think if it helps them out in the long run, it's a good thing to do, and we can, as students, obviously always catch up on our lectures, and I'm pretty sure most of us do that anyway, so 3 missed lectures for a great course.
I don't mind it too much as long as they let us know in advance, because for some of my teachers, I remember last year they didn't say anything, they just didn't turn up. So we were just sat in the classroom where are they? But I think, as long as they tell us and maybe set some work for, to do while they're not there, then I don't really mind it too much.
Maybe their issue isn't really being heard and it's not really being deemed that important, but if they feel overworked and overstressed for what their job is, and they should keep fighting for what they believe they should get. The fact they keep fighting shows it's probably quite an important issue to them, so they should probably keep with it, yeah.
Rome wasn't built in the day, and you've got to. It's not their fault. It's the people at the top's fault, and they've still got to keep fighting. It's not going to end in the best case scenario for them if they just quit.
I don't know, it's interesting because actually since I moved to the UK, they've been like, and it's not been so long, I've moved in, I think it was mid-August, and they've been like a couple of strikes. I think train drivers, and also where I live in Lisbon, there was a strike of like the people that were picking up the garbage. I mean, at least my perspective is like, at least they get some benefits out of it, and that's why they keep doing it. And when they feel like they're not being like compensated enough for the increase in prices, they go back to do it. So, I mean, I would hope that this time it would work better for them, because still like the education system and like education jobs sometimes don't pay as well as like how the private sector would do. So, yeah.
Possibly if students have a problem with it as well, because it's been happening so long, if it's the teachers and then also the students who start, protesting about it and getting angry, maybe that'll cause action.